Hello. I want to address today one of the most fundamental questions about Jewish psychology, and it is, what is the uniqueness of Jewish psychology? What coaching or therapy, according to Jewish psychology, can give us? What unique tools or consciousness or way of thinking does Jewish psychology bring to the world? Sometimes you meet people that tells you, oh, I heard this idea, this tool. This mentor talked about it in Israel, outside of Israel, a Jew and non-Jew talked about this idea, this tool that you are speaking about. So it's not unique to Jewish psychology. And I want to point the most important thing that distinguishes Jewish psychology or coaching according to Jewish psychology, and to point on it and to see what it really brings to the world, what's new perspective it brings to the world. If you'll go to a coacher, a mentor, doesn't matter who, Tony Robinson, what he will do, what's the most important thing that he will do? He will try to improve your life, to improve yourself, to bring you to perfection, to make you a better person, a better man that can get more, can extract out of himself more, to be more efficient, to be more kind, to do more, to use time in a better way, to fulfill himself, to reach more, to do more things, to be a better, like there is what you are and the picture of what you can be, and he will see the picture of what you can be, he will show it to you, and he will show and he will see what you are, and he will try to help you reach what you can be. And it's all about reaching your own perfection. Be a better person, be a better man. Sounds wonderful, right? But the problem, like the main issue with this kind of coaching is that it's all about it's all about you. It's my perfection. I become a kind person because I want to be a kind person, because I understand that it's better to be a kind person than to be not kind, to be a rude person. Like, I understand that if I want to be a better person, I should do this and that and be more effective. But it's all about me. And when it's all about me, sooner or later, when I'm in the center, undesirable emotions like stress, anxiety, sadness, depression, or like being full of myself and full of pride will occur in my life and will try to conquer my everyday life. So the more I'm trying to get to my own perfection, it's the more I'm dealing with myself, even though I could be a very kind person, because I understand that I have to be kind. I understand I should give a lot of charity. I understand that a unique person, a perfect person, gives a lot of charity. So that's what I'll do. But it will be all about me. I give charity. I do good things. And then when it's all about you, as we said, at the end, you will feel you won't touch the point, because undesirable emotions like stress, proud, depression will penetrate into your life and will try to occupy more space. Why? Because when I'm dealing with myself, it's all about me. I'm good. I'm perfect. I'm giving. I'm thinking about myself. And it's very hard and delicate to understand it. It's very, it's very gentle to understand it. Jewish psychology try to make a real revolution in the way we see ourselves and we treat ourselves. Its main aim, the main aim of Jewish psychology, is to let you think less about yourself. Think less about your own perfection and be less. Be less, that means be less independent, even reality. It's like I try to immerse myself in other reality and be and less be. That's the idea, maybe less be. And it's very hard to understand because I want to be. All my essence is I want to be. I want to be a better person. I want people to remember me. I want people to know me. I want to be known. It's all about me. And it's very hard to think differently. Let's dive into a few examples and use those examples to understand what we said just now. It's like, it's very abstract without examples. Let's try to understand it with examples. There are two main point of views that we want to deal. One of them is, how do I coach myself? What is the perspective that I adopt to myself? How do I see myself? And how do I see others? Others in my environment, people that I work with, my spouse. How do I see my children? How do I see others except of me? Let's start with myself. How do I see myself? How do I answer to myself on questions? How do I find the right path that is right for me? Let's think about it. If you are suffering, like you are suffering from anger, you're very angry and very upset about small things, and it's terrible to be next to you. It's not nice. It's not easy. Your wife tells you, "Come on, you cannot be upset all day long." It's not fun to be with someone like that, and it could destroy our relationship. So if you'll go to a coacher, a nun that does not work according to Jewish psychology, it doesn't matter if he's a Jew or not, it's important if he's adopting the ideas of Jewish psychology. He will tell you, okay, you will understand that you cannot reach your perfection when you are upset and angry all day long. It's not the right way. You are being controlled by your emotions. So you have to overcome your emotions. So you'll teach yourself with all kind of tools and practical ideas and tools how not to be angry, how not to be upset. You will teach yourself. If you'll go to a Jewish culture, or a culture that, more exactly, that works according to Jewish psychology, he will teach you that you have nothing to be angry about. Why are you angry? You will get deep into understanding why are you angry at all. You're angry, why? Because somebody hurted you. Somebody told you something that you didn't like. Somebody offended you. Somebody hurted you and you have been offended. So what do you really want to do? You want to eliminate his reality, his existence. You don't want him to exist. Angry is that I don't want the person that hurted me to exist. Sadness walk the opposite way. I don't want myself to exist because things does not go like I wanted, and I am sad or in depression, and I want to stay in my room. I don't want to exist anymore. Let's stay with being angry and upset. You'll teach yourself, after you will understand that really you have nothing to be upset about. Why? Because you really do not control reality. You do not control nothing. You have to do what you have to do. You have to discover your traits, your attributes, but you are not the controller, you are not the ruler, you are not the creator of you. And when you'll understand that, your whole point of view will be changed. Why? Because you will understand that you have nothing to be angry about. Think about how you allow yourself to be angry, and how much egocentrism, how much me there is in being angry. I wanted you to do this. I told you. I waited for you, etc., etc. It's all about I wanted, I fought, it's I. When there will be less I, you are not the controller of it, and things will happen, and you are trying to do your best and to match your abilities to the reality, but it's not about you. Then, if you are not the owner of this world, you have nothing to be angry about. You're doing what you can. And if you are not possessing nothing, when do I really angry? If I go abroad and I see I see all kinds of behavior that is not the right behavior that I would thought I should meet. It's not connected really to me. It's not my country. It's not my village. It's not in my city. I don't really care. If I see corruption in the mayor of, I don't know which city is corrupted. Okay, he's corrupted. It does not belong to me. But if my mayor is corrupted, so this is something else, because it's my city and it touches my everyday life. And when you understand you are only a guest here, like in a broad perspective, you have nothing to be angry about. Then you eliminate your moods, your being angry. Let's take another example. anxiety. When you have anxiety, you want to work on your anxiety. Why? Because you understand it hurt you. So you don't want anxiety. But what is it, anxiety? Anxiety is that I think what will happen if. All the anxiety, all the thoughts running to the future, to the past, how I was, or what will be, and I'm afraid. Self-accusation goes to the past. Anxiety goes to the future. What will be? And you know, I have something to tell you. We do not know what will happen in the next moment because every moment is new. You do not create this moment. And when you understand, like in the case of angry, when you understand, you do not control your future. Your only mission is to be full of trust and self and confidence in this moment. You change your point of view. You do not teach yourself not to be in fear, not to fear the future because it's good, not it's bad to be in anxiety. You teach yourself that you have nothing to fear about. It's not about your own control. It's not you that control reality. And you let yourself develop trust and confidence and to lean yourself and to be in this moment, focus in this moment and enjoying this moment and not let yourself thinking what will happen in the next minute because everything could happen in the next minute. Think about another, let's take two examples, last examples. Think about someone that is not, he does not feel, he has no passion to life. He is sealed in a way. He is sealed and he wants to feel his everyday life. He wants to be full of passion. He wants to do things, but it's very hard for him to push himself to here and to here. And the whole idea of Jewish psychology as different, as opposed, I won't say as opposed, differently from general psychology or general coaching is when you do not think about yourself, you start feeling the world. But when it's all about yourself, you become sealed because your egocentric point of view feel yourself and you cannot see others. You cannot be excited. You cannot feel yourself full excitement from things that happens because you're thinking only about yourself. And when you'll change this point of view, you will trust, you will try, slowly, you will feel the external reality because it's not all about you. And when you change your point of view and stop asking, what about me? You'll sit with the coach and think about me. And he will tell you, okay, let's stop talking about you for a few minutes and talk about other things that are not connected to you, about other people, about things that you need to do for others or for this reality, or things that are needed to be done. Things that are needed to be done. And if you will understand that there are things that you need to do, not because of you, because those things are needed to be done, then you will start to feel excitement about those things. Let's think about another example. Another example, it's like when you're always trying to satisfy others. And when you're always trying to satisfy others, it's a problem because you do not have yourself. And sometimes if somebody can ask, if it's not about me, I will always satisfy others. And this is a huge mistake. Why? Usually, I try to satisfy others, not because I want them to be satisfied, because I want them to validate me, to accept me, to see me, to love me, to give me attention. I want them to approve my existence. And only when I understand that my existence is not in their hands, they do not validate me. They do not control me. I don't need to satisfy them. If I want to give them, it's okay. But it's my wish to give others. It's not because they want me. Nobody controls me. And only then, when I understand that I have an independent reality, that means I merge myself in this reality. So it's not like all about me. And if it's not all about me, I don't need nobody to validate me. That's the point. So if I don't need anyone to accept me, to validate me, then I don't need nobody that I will satisfy. And I feel if I want to give you, I'll give you. If I don't want to give you, I won't give you. We have one problem with this, one problem that we have to face, to address with this theory of Jewish psychology. the problem, I will answer it shortly in a few minutes. I will give it another video and we'll deal with that. Is what is the source of motivation? If I nullify myself, if it's not about me, if I do not put myself in the center, if I'm trying to nullify my ego, if I think less about me and more about merging myself and what I need to do, what will be my source of motivation? If there is no me, there is no motivation. What will push me to do, to create, to succeed? And it's a very important thing. I need an engine, I need motivation, power, I need something that will push me in my life. But before we'll answer this question, and shortly, let's answer the second thing that we talked about. What about my attitude or my relationship with other people? How do I see them? We spoke about how do I see myself according to Jewish psychology, and what the process or the tools or the point of view, the main point of view that coaching according to Jewish psychology will give us. What about others? What about our relationship with others? Think about this example. I have no problem to give, to say about other people that they are great, they look good, they do good things, to give them to tell about them all the best words that you want. Until they will say something or they will do something that will oppose my own point of view, what I said, the place I am in. Why? Because I don't have problem to give others respect or to see them if it's not in a way that will take my place. If it's not on my account. If it's on my account, if it's on the account of my perfection, then there is a problem. I won't accept nothing from this person. And you could see this. I think about an example. I had a lot of students during the pandemic. And during the pandemic, I said something at the beginning that was, I wasn't opposing the injunctions. And somebody thought about it and said, you are not against the injunctions. There was it was so upset that he couldn't hear from me nothing else. Because if I wasn't against the pandemic and the thought that there is a pandemic at all, I was like, wow, I'm everything, even though we learned with me, Torah and Chasidism and everything for furious and heard everyday lessons, still when I didn't accept his point of view about the pandemic, wow, it was all against me. It changed his view because it didn't bother him to give me all the good words when it wasn't on his account, on his perfections. It didn't pay nothing. But when it's against me and I have to pay something, I have to lose something of my perfections, of my thoughts, of my point of view, then it will be very hard for me. And the only way that I will really accept someone else with his opinions is when I don't feel myself as someone so important. I don't do for myself a matter. I'm not so important. I'm not full of myself. I'm not so proud of myself. I'm not so satisfied for myself. Because when you're so satisfied for myself, you cannot really take a step backward and let others their place and think that maybe you could learn from them. And it's a very important notion because it allows me to enjoy life, to love others, even though I'm not perfect, even though I do not know everything, even though there are a lot of things that I can learn from someone that have different views for me, even in politics. I know in Israel it happens, but in the United States even more. There is such a war, it's unbelievable. Republicans, Democrats cannot talk to one each other. Left wings and right wings cannot talk one each other. And it's a problem because I can think different from you, but I know that you have a lot of things that you have better than me, that you can understand reality. If I do not accept your views in one point of view, in one thing, that doesn't matter, you're worth nothing. you're worth a lot of things. Let's get back to the last point that we wanted to talk about. It's what will be my motivation if I sacrifice my independent reality, if I sacrifice my feel of I exist, and I try to emerge myself, to nullify myself, to less be. And only when I less be, I feel really what is the experience of success, of doing, of winning, of succeeding, of growing, because it's not about me. It's about creating, about revealing, about doing. And those undesirable emotions have so less ways to control me. So what will be my motivation? There are two kinds of motivation that we can speak about. There is motivation that it's all about me, about my perfection. And there is motivation that the things that I'm doing need to be done. That's it. They need to be done. The books that I'm writing need to be right. So I'm only letting the things being done. It's not about me. And when you understand that it's not about you, and the motivation is about the thing that you reveal, you are only, delivering things. When you only deliver and it's not about you, you should do the delivery very good. You should do your work, but it's not about you. And it's so easy to walk in the world to know that you have such an important things to do. You should deliver the idea. You should deliver what you're doing. You should deliver the goodness to the world. You should help out. You should do something, but it's not about you. And it's not about me. It's so easy to carry on the burden of life. Daily contemplation. We didn't find the right translation from Hebrew. In Hebrew, we upload every day. It's called Itbonenut Yomit, but we didn't find the right path. It's like daily contemplation, daily meditation. We'll think about it, but you are more than welcome to subscribe to our channel. We are uploading daily ideas we are penetrating into the Jewish psychology and try to extract out of it ideas, notions, practical notions, and you are more than welcome to join us in this journey. And even we opened WhatsApp groups. We are now starting to work with the WhatsApp groups. So see you in the next Itbonenut Yomit, next contemplation, next meditation. Thank you very much.